Hello, Steelers fans. Here we are behind the curtain with Alex Highsmith, presented by Windows 11. Alex, thank you for joining us. It's good to see your mug.
Thank you so much, Craig. Excited to be here. Thank you for having me on. So I'm excited.
All right, Alex. I noticed you really came back to training camp with a new muscled-up body. I mean, it was obvious, okay? Your man was putting in some weight work. You're squatting some big barbells. You're eating beefcake. You weren't still laying around eating donuts and taking long naps. Tell us about your offseason. What'd you do?
Yeah, so for this offseason, I went back to Charlotte, North Carolina. So Charlotte is where I played college ball. I played at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. And so I went back to Charlotte this offseason, and I was training at Jet Performance Labs. With Jason Benguch. He used to be one of the strength coaches for the Carolina Panthers, and so he started his own business at this new gym. And the gym's only I think a year old, and so it's a really nice gym where it's got a lot of amenities and stuff like that. It's got a lot of resources that you're able to use. It's got a nice weight room, about a 50-yard outside turf field, shakes, almost everything that you need. And so it was awesome to be able to just go train with him, and he really got me right for this year. And so I'm really thankful for him. Just the way that we worked out, just the tempo of the workouts, we were going really, really fast. And that's something, I like to do, when I work out. I don't like to, sit around, wait between sets. I like to get my work in, and get out. And so that's something that he helped me to be able to do this year. He's got me in shape and, definitely got my body bigger as well. So it was great. And just also having, a chef in Charlotte as well. His name is Glenn Lyman. He was great for me. And also just different massage therapists and physical therapists as well. So, it was a great offseason for me.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks. That ghost move. All right, that's terrific stuff. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, so it's a move I've really been working on the past couple of years. I really started working on it in my senior year during college and just really kept working on it last offseason and also this offseason as well. And so there's a lot of guys, in the league who are really good at that. TJ is a prime example of using that ghost move. He's someone who's really good at it, Von Miller, guys like that. So just really looking at other guys' film and just watching them and seeing how they do what they do and just trying to learn from them as well. So that's definitely helped me. Just also becoming more flexible, my ankles, because you can't bend, I still remember in 2019, my D-line coach, he's still at Charlotte at the time. His name's Coach Marcus West. He's still there at the time. He really transformed my pass rush game my senior year. And when he got there, I was currently going through shoulder rehab because I had a labrum tear and stuff, and he actually told me that I can't bend. And so I really kind of took it to heart, and working on becoming more flexible and just working on my ankle mobility, and that's something that's helped me to add that move into my arsenal.
Well, let's go even behind the curtain even more, all right? You're in the huddle. You got the defensive plays called, all right? You turn around, you break the huddle, you're at the line of scrimmage. Tell me about the mental checklist you're running through as that offense is coming up to the line of scrimmage.
Yep. So really the first thing is getting the call. Once you hear the call, I just try to, first and foremost, I try to look, at the backfield. I try to look at what formation they're in, what personnel they're in, where they got two tight ends in the game, where the one tight end, running back. Those are kind of things that kind of set me off. And so also the tackle as well, looking at his feet, if his feet are, spread apart pretty wide, I know he's probably kicking back for a pass, or if his feet are tight or his hands on the dirt, most likely to be a run or some type of play action pass. And so that's something I always try to study during film, is just to just really study my man, me mostly being on the right side, trying to study the left tackle a lot, trying to see if there's anything that I can just pick up on so that I can, make an extra play or something like that. And so that's just really the kind of progression that I go through is, getting the call, looking in the backfield, looking at the tackle, and just really reacting off what he does. The thing I love about playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is, they allow us as outside linebackers to get up the field. And so that's what I love doing. That's what I did my senior year at Charlotte. And so that's kind of my progression as I go through before the snap.
When you see an offensive tackle, a big guy, how do you break him down? How in your mind do you think, okay, because every good pass rusher I've ever talked to, even when I had to talk to him across the line of scrimmage, unfortunately, they always say you come with a plan. You have a little bit of a plan. It's not like everything's down detailed, but you got a plan coming up when you rush the passer. How do you do it?
Yeah, you definitely have to have a plan. First and foremost, I think it starts with studying the opponent. Is he a vertical setter? Does he set out wide? So that kind of determines, what moves I'd like to use against guys. Just trying to get them to stop their feet, and stuff like that. And this is really, for me, just first and foremost, it starts with get off. To be a great pass rusher, you have to have great get off. And so that's something I've always tried to do. So I know that's kind of bit me in the tail this year with a couple offside penalties. So just got to be more disciplined in that aspect. But it really starts with get off and just having violent hands and hips. That's just really about just continuing to work. And I think most of all, it's about effort. The effort is key at any position in football, especially pass rushing, because you're not always going to win with the first move. There's great tackles in the league, and so they're paid to do what they do as well. And so if the move doesn't work, it just have to just continue working, just continue to give great effort so that I can get to the quarterback. But that's something I always pride myself on in my game is just giving great effort and really hustling to the ball.
Alex, I'm going to wind this up with, and thank you so much for sharing and coming out and being so open and telling us about what it's like behind the curtain with you, young man. But one of the things that I appreciated so much was you showed up coming to the Light of Life Rescue Mission walk that Don Chilkin and I participated in so many years. And you showed up, and it says something about your heart. I appreciate that. What is it? Why is it important to you to be involved in community service? What is it that kind of pushes you?
I think it's first and foremost, my faith in Jesus Christ. I feel that the Lord has blessed me with the ability and with the talents to be able to play the game that I love. But not just that, the main thing that He has blessed me with is to be a blessing to other people. And so that's something that's just really important to me. And that's why me and my dad started my foundation called the Alex Highsmith Family Foundation, just really giving back to the youth and just really investing in them. I actually had my first youth football camp this past year, and it went great. But really, I know that God has blessed me to be a blessing to other people on this platform. I know the reason, why I have this platform, football is what I do. It's not who I am. And so that's what I want people to know is that, my identity is in Christ and in Christ alone. And so I'm just thankful that I've been blessed with this amazing platform, to be able to honor and glorify His name. But, that's something that's really close to my heart for sure.
Alex, you don't disappoint, brother. It's good to talk with you. You are a blessing indeed to both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the community. Glad to have you. Good luck to you. As I told you before, you got star in you, young man. Now you got to bring it out. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Craig. Appreciate you.